Let's go. Come on. Come on. Where am I going? Where am I going?
A coming-of-age comedy about Jimmy, a shy, heavy-set high school student who is routinely taunted by the school bully. However, after a chance encounter with a former professional boxer, Jimmy vows to learn how to fight back. Let's learn more about the movie Bully. This is director Santanilo Campanelli's first film, and it shows. Former child star Obese has a lot of talent but lacks the confidence to take control in an awkward early moments. When the older performers appears on screen, the speech flows considerably more smoothly. Trejo, who has recently had a string of disappointment minor parts, returns to form as the cynical but good-humor trainer, and Canada adds a sense of authority to sequences that may otherwise lack it. Bully features 3 school delinquents, led by Miles, who bully classmates they believe are weak. Jimmy Mulligan is a frequent target, and he endures the bullying without response. Despite his persecution, Jimmy is supported by buddies Andy and Bobby, as well as loving parents. Miles demands $100 from Jimmy, which Jimmy cannot pay due to his impoverished upbringing. Despite Jimmy's explanation, Miles persists, demonstrating his bullying behavior. Miles also criticized Bobby because of his feminine conduct, but Jimmy is there to console him. Jimmy expresses to Andy and Bobby at the cafeteria with a large appetite. Andy and Bobby attempt to hook them up after noticing Adrian's hidden glances at Jimmy. However, Miles interrupts their moment and demands the money again. When asked to leave the cafeteria, Miles reacts aggressively, but backs down when confronted by a larger student. After school, Miles confronts Jimmy about the money, resulting in a physical brawl. However, an elderly man steps in, threatening to involve the authorities if Miles continues his aggression. The film emphasizes the impact of bullying and the significance of standing up to bullies, with themes of empathy and courage. Miles' absence allowed the elderly man, Mr. Actions, to aid Jimmy and transport him home for treatment. Mr. Actions, former heavyweight boxer, volunteers to teach Jimmy to fight Miles and stop the bullying. Despite his enthusiasm to help, Mr. Actions believes he's too elderly to coach properly. He chooses to enlist the support of his buddies in training Jimmy, demonstrating his dedication to the mission. When Mr. Actions returns home, he notifies Jimmy's parents of the situation, and they express gratitude for his care and support. They give Jimmy permission to undertake boxing training under Mr. Action's supervision and accompany him to the Manny's boxing arena. Mr. Action discusses Jimmy's dilemma with Manny, who agrees to train Jimmy if he demonstrates dedication and tenacity. Jimmy begins intensive boxing training under Manny's supervision, and Mr. Action closely monitors his development. To prepare Jimmy for a showdown with Miles, Mr. Action proposes that Jimmy doubles the money to $200 and set a 1-month deadline. If Jimmy succeeds in standing up to Miles within the deadline, he will not be required to pay the additional amount. The idea gives Jimmy a sense of relief since he knows he has a plan to cope with Miles' request and stop the bullying. While practicing with Manny, Jimmy appears languid and disinterested, citing weariness. Manny, on the other hand, realizes that Jimmy's exhaustion is primarily mental. He notifies Mr. Action, who inquires about Jimmy's lack of enthusiasm. Jimmy says that his lack of progress in training and inability to compete with Miles have left him frustrated. Mr. Action encourages Jimmy by highlighting the importance of work and the lesson learned through perseverance. At home, Jimmy's father senses his winning excitement but does not press him, thinking Jimmy will one day train his own children to defend themselves. Inspired by his father's remarks, Jimmy rediscovers his fighting spirit and commits to training seriously. When Miles and his group continue to frighten them the next day, Jimmy resolves to take action. After reassuring Bobby, who feels helpless against the bully, Jimmy explains the strategy for defeating Miles. Jimmy, eager to continue training, rides his bicycle to Manny's gym, a departure from his previous mode of transportation. Despite unintentionally hitting Manny during training, Jimmy's determination impresses Manny, who intensifies his workouts. At the same time, Mr. Action works to improve Jimmy's mental strength. As Jimmy's training progresses, he shares his experiences with Andy and starts dating Adrian, a schoolgirl. Their relationship develops during a party where they discover their compatibility. With increased motivation and a supportive team, Jimmy prepares to confront Miles and put an end to the bullying for good. While on a date, Eddie, one of Miles' associates, taunts Jimmy and Adrian, forcing Jimmy to confront him with confidence. As the time comes for Jimmy to confront Miles, he vows not to be bullied or blackmailed. Jimmy wakes up the next morning full of confidence. At school, Miles threatens Jimmy and warns him not to breach his promise. In the restroom, Jimmy encounters Vinny, who encourages him after hearing about his feud with Miles and boxing practice. However, Eddie overhears their talk and tells Miles. Following Miles' order, Eddie summons Glass Jaw Billy, a powerful boxer, to challenge Jimmy. The feud garners attention throughout the school. Jimmy approaches Miles knowing he would not pay, resulting in a physical fight. Vinny intervenes, having his man capture Glass Jaw, forcing Miles to fight Jimmy himself. Jimmy first struggles, but soon takes the upper hand, demonstrating his newfound strength and commitment to protect others from bullies. Jimmy defeats Miles and his friends thanks to Andy and Bobby. Despite Jimmy's victory, Miles is unrepentant. Mr. Action, proud of Jimmy's development and character, observes from afar. The video of the feud becomes viral, inspiring great appreciation of Jimmy's bravery. His parents are thrilled to watch him stand up for himself. The film finishes with Jimmy, Andy, Bobby, and Adrian being honored at school for their courage in standing up to bullies and establishing a safer atmosphere for children. The idea that a well-connected bully may be permanently deterred by a single confrontation may be wishful thinking, but there are many positive aspects of the film as a whole. It's great to see a fat kid's life altered without forcing him to lose weight, and he also has a girlfriend, Alina White, who is concerned about his weight. Although it never interferes with the plot, the film contains a lot of observational and character-based comedy, and the school setting feels authentic rather than generally dreadful, as it does in many similar stories. There's a lot of teen viewers to relate to. The occasional violent violence and abrupt language cannot obscure the reality that this is, at the core, a healthy, feel-good film which is perfectly acceptable. As simple as it is, it addresses themes that are really important in the lives of many young people, and, for the first time, shows adults responding professionally, even if Jimmy must ultimately fight his own war. The film Bully demonstrates a basic truth that pushing someone is simple until they push back. It acts as a reminder not to bully others or consider oneself ideal, as everyone has strengths and shortcomings. The film finishes with a powerful message on the value of empathy and understanding in our dealings with others. Bully is about more than simply bullying. It's about empowerment and self-discovery. Jimmy's adventure teaches us crucial lessons about courage, tenacity, and the value of speaking up for himself. The film is a striking reminder of the consequences of bullying and the courage that may be discovered in facing hardship. One of the film's central themes is the concept of standing up to bullies. Jimmy's metamorphosis from a frightened victim to a confident warrior demonstrates the power of persistence and drive. Jimmy inspires others to take control of their own lives and refuse to remain passive victims. His experience serves as a reminder that bullying is not inevitable, and that everyone has the potential to advocate for themselves. Furthermore, Bully highlights the significance of empathy and understanding. While Miles is first shown as a normal bully, the film also depicts his personal troubles and fears. This nuanced representation serves as a reminder that bullies frequently struggle with personal concerns, and that empathy can help end the cycle of hostility and violence. The film also highlights the importance of community and support in combating bullying. Jimmy's buddies, Andy and Bobby, plays an important role in his journey, offering him the support and encouragement he needs to overcome his concerns. Similarly, Mr. Action serves as a mentor and guide for Jimmy, demonstrating that he is not alone in his challenges. To summarize, Bully is a compelling film that addresses the topic of bullying with honesty and understanding. Through its intriguing characters and movie tale, it conveys a powerful message about the value of standing up to bully, expressing empathy for others, and finding strength in the face of hardship. It's a film that speaks to people of all ages and serves as a reminder that change is possible, one person at a time. We'll return with additional details and videos. Please a reminder to like the video and leave your comments, subscribe to our channel, and check back for more thought-provoking videos.
Okay, champ. Let's see what you got. Yeah! Get up! Come on, fuck you think you're going?